In today's video, we're going to talk about how your star and your destiny affects your love life. Yes, your star, your destiny can have a great impact on your destiny. Now, when I say star, I don't mean, this is not astrology. When I say star, I mean destiny. Every person born of a woman has a star, whether they believe it or not. Most Christians are ignorant to this. Everybody born of a woman has a star. When Jesus was born, they saw a star. This shows us when you come to this world, there's a star which speaks who you are. And your star is synonymous to destiny. Now, we Christians, we don't look at the stars to know our destinies. We read the word of God to know our destinies. But that does not change the fact that we have a star. Everybody has a star. If Jesus had a star, and Jesus was man and also God, you have a star. Now, how does this star affect your love life? It's very important for you to know that. Now, I talked about in my previous videos about the 5 gates. The 5 gates of your star. These 5 gates really affect your stars. This is what makes your destiny, either to be good or to be bad. Now, before I continue, welcome guys. I'm Cleophas Wanyama, Cleo Rhythm. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're watching me for the first time. And if you want to donate to this, if you want to donate, use the information at the description box and or at the comment section which I've pinned below. Now, today we are going to talk about, as I've just said, that how your star affects your love life. Now, your star has 5 gates. The destiny of a person has 5 gates. The first one I talked about go and check my previous videos which I've done. I've done so many videos, so it's good for you to go to my library, to the videos which I've done in the past, and you'll be able to get what I'm saying, so that we'll be on the same page together. Otherwise, I don't want you to be confused and think something else which is not. Now, the 5 gates of your star is number 1. This is what called visibility. You need visibility. There's a gate of visibility. Visibility is what makes you visible. It's what gives you favor. It's what gives you influence. There's visibility. There's strength, long life, health, or divine protection. Is under the same gate. I call it the second one. I call it strength or long life, divine health, etc. All of them is under one gate. Now, the other gate, the third gate, is a gate of wealth. Wealth really affects your life. Your financial status really matters to you. And then the other one is the gate of effectiveness. How effective are you? How diligent are you? How diligent you are? How productive are you? You see, that's the gate of effectiveness. And the last gate is the gate of the new man. The new man is your spirit man. Your spirit man is what relates with God. Now, how do these gates affect your life? It does a lot. Number 1, if you're a lady or if you're a woman, if you don't have visibility, if this gate of visibility has been tampered with, you'll experience delay in marriage. This is why you find that there are some ladies which they are not married, who are not married. You find a lady is very beautiful, has all the qualities, but some reason, for one reason or another, they are not married. Why? Because they don't have visibility. The fact that people can see you physically, it doesn't mean that they can see you. They can see you spiritually, and you understand. And you have to know that everything in this world is controlled from the realm of the spirit. Everything you see is controlled from the realm of the spirit. For you to be visible, for you to attract favor, you need to have spiritual visibility. Now, if you lack spiritual visibility in your life, as a man or as a woman, especially this affects women. You find women going to ask for prayer. Say, I'm 30 years old. I'm not married. I'm heading to 40. Men can't see me. Yes, it's true. They took away visibility. If you're not visible, no man can marry you. I've seen so many ladies. A lady can be beautiful, a lady can have all the quality, but yet men don't come to propose. They can just come, have sex with them, and go away. Why? Because visibility, what makes people see you, is not there. The fact that people see you physically, it doesn't mean that you are seen. What I'm talking about is spiritual visibility. The ability for people to see you, the real you, to see the potential which are in you, to see the value which is in you. Now, if you lack visibility, people won't see the value in you. They never see the value in you. Now, this is what happened with Jesus when he was about to be crucified. When Jesus was about to be crucified, they put him and Barnabas and were told to choose between Jesus and Barnabas, the thief, who to be set free. And they chose Barnabas to be set free, and Jesus was crucified. What happened? Jesus' visibility was removed. Now, because Jesus had carried the sin of the world at that point, his visibility, Jesus was no longer visible. He no longer had he no longer had favor with men. So men, the favor which he had with men was not there. That's why when he was on the cross, he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? So when Jesus carried the sin of the world, visibility was removed from him. Jesus was no longer visible. The 5,000 people he fed said, crucify him. The people whom he prayed for, raised the sick, raised the dead, God did miracle to help them. They forsook him and they said, crucify him. You remember previously, just before Jesus was crucified, people had gone to, to try to make him king forcefully. Where were those people? Why? Because the star, the gate of visibility, was no longer upon Jesus, was no longer working. So people saw him like a nobody. So that's why people chose Barnabas. Just imagine, this person does good, but people at that point, they could not remember the goodness of Jesus. At that point, they could not remember all the good things Jesus did, and instead they chose a thief and a murderer. So this is what happens when you lack visibility. Jesus was crucified because he lacked visibility, and it was the plan of God for that to happen that way. So this explains to you why your relationship, men are not attracted to you, ladies are not attracted to you, you're a good woman, you can make a good wife, but nobody is approaching you for marriage. Why? Visibility. This happens maybe, for instance, if somebody has taken your name on an altar, or maybe somebody has bewitched you. I've seen these things. I've seen several cases whereby a woman dates a man and then they break up, and then after they have a nasty breakup, one person can go to bewitch the other couple. Like, you understand? And then this will make the other spouse difficult to get married. This way you find sometimes when couples they break up, your partner, your ex, can tell you, you'll never get a person like me, or you'll never get married in your life. If somebody has threatened you in that way, don't take that threat lightly. Those are not just mere words. People go somewhere to do things. This is why you find that after you broke up with your ex, having a successful relationship is difficult. Why? Because visibility was removed from you. You are no longer visible. You are beautiful, but people can't see it. If you walk around, you'll be shocked to find the number of ladies who are so beautiful. They have the figure, they have the color, they have the education, but it's difficult for them to get husbands. Those such women, they're even able, they're even willing, to finance the man so that the man can stay with them. They are willing to play the role of the man. I've seen such women. They provide for their boyfriends. They provide for their men so that they can get married. Why? Because the gate of visibility is not there. Men don't notice them. So the only way to keep a man is to give the man gifts or money to keep the man to herself. This happens when you lack visibility. And I pray that any veil which is covering you spiritually to be lifted in the mighty name of Yeshua. Any veil which is covering you, preventing people to see you, preventing potential husbands and potential wives to see you, I pray that that veil be lifted in the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Yeah, it's true. Now, this is how visibility affects your love life. People just can't see the good in you. It's not your fault, and it's not them. Something is covering you. There is a veil. There's a spiritual veil which is covering you. So people can't see the real you. Now, another aspect is long life, strength, divine protection. Now, in this area, this can affect your love life so much. You find that you want to get in a relationship, but there's a there is a certain sickness which is threatening you. For instance, you get a fiance and you tell them you are suffering from a certain disease. You know, some of uh, the guys or the women, they can pull out from that relationship because they say that I cannot be in a relationship with a man or a woman who is suffering from such a disease. It may not, I'm not saying HIV or cancer, you know, it can be those hereditary disease or just a disease which was sent to you spiritually. It can really affect your love life, can really affect your marriage if you're married. This is why people go to blood tests. And some of these things which are sicknesses people have, some of them are spiritual. Some some of them, they're just programmed at the satanic altar to prevent your destiny from moving forward, to prevent you from getting married. I had a story of a certain lady who was bewitched not to get married. And that lady went ahead and got married. The moment she went to the husband's house, she became a vegetable. Just imagine, she was okay. She was not diagnosed with any sickness prior to the marriage. But the moment they entered their marital home, she became a vegetable. She couldn't enjoy her marriage. These are works of witchcraft. They had to take her for prayers and deliverance. So this how this gate can affect your love life. Have you seen there are people, the moment they get married, they die? If you check at the blogs or at the news, you will find that there's a couple which got married just, let's say, a week ago, and one of them died. One of the spouses died. Now these are not normal things. You know, life is spiritual. Don't take these things lightly. These people died. Why? Because that there was an altar which is attacking them to have a good marriage. You know, their homes or their families where people are being bewitched, there are families where there are altars which is preventing them from getting married. So they'll do anything to sabotage their marital destiny. They'll do anything to sabotage their life, their love life. It's so bad. You find a newly wedded couple, somebody just wedded last month and then dies, just mysteriously. That's the work of the devil. And that's what happens when this gate of long life, strength, or divine health is being attacked. Number three, another gate which affects your love life is the gate of finances and wealth. It's important to have finance. There are some men who cannot enter into a relationship because they cannot finance a relationship. It needs money. To marry needs money. To keep a woman needs money. So you find if you are crippled financially, it will be difficult for you to enjoy your love life. Not only for a man, also for women. Nowadays, women work. Nowadays, women have their own money. Because as a woman, if you don't have your own money in your house, your husband won't respect you. You need to have money. You need to have something to do with your life. You have to have something also you're putting on the table as a woman. Nowadays, the days of women becoming house helps, just housewives, are over. So it's important for finance. Build yourself financially. So there's some people who this area of finances they have been attacked. They have problem with their finances. Their work, their business is not doing well. So they're not able to keep a relationship. They're not able to raise a family. They're not able to have kids simply because of they have been attacked in the area of finances. There's some people, there's some women whom when they get married, the husband prosper. And there's some when they get married, the husband financial status goes down. It happens depending on where you come from, depending on the altars which are speaking in your bloodline. These things are really affecting people outside there, the gate of finances. Now, another gate, the fourth one, is the gate of effectiveness. The gate of being effective, it can really affect your love life. You don't have a career, you don't have a dream, you don't have anything. You know, some of you are meant to meet your spouse at your place of work. Not necessarily maybe in an office setting or maybe in your field of work. Some of you, you're meant to meet your couple, your spouse, when you go, for maybe for a work retreat, something like that. But no, if you're not effective, if you're not working, if you're not effective in whatever it is that you're doing, how are you going to meet your loved one? How are you going to meet your spouse? It will be difficult for you to meet your spouse. You need to be effective. Effective. You know, sometimes your level of diligence, your level of effectiveness can it gives you a greater chance to have the best, wife or husband, because whoever person will come to your life, they have to match up with your standards. They have to match up with your standards because you are effective. So because you are effective, your level of life has gone up, career-wise and otherwise. Now, because you are at a certain level in life, a person who wants to join you to spend the rest of their lives with you has to match up with you. So it's important for you to be effective. Effectiveness plays a major role in your love life. This explains why a doctor can never marry a market woman, because where will they meet in the first place? Doctors usually marry fellow doctors or nurses or lawyers, because there's where and there's how they meet. So it's important for you to be effective. In your field of work, you can meet your spouse. In your area of assignment, you can meet your spouse. In the area of your effectiveness, you can meet your spouse there. So it's very important for you to be effective. Your level of effectiveness can really affect your love life. The reason why you are picking jokers is because you stay where jokers are. The reason why you are picking people who are not serious is because you stay where people are not serious, or you work where people are not serious, or you hang around where people are not serious. But when you go to a place where some people know what they're doing, know what they want to achieve in their lives, and you meet somebody there, high chances of you meeting the right person are very high. You're going to meet the right person, because for that person to be there, that person needed to be focused, needed to have a vision, to have a dream for himself. So when you meet at that place, chances of you having a good marriage are very high because of your level of effectiveness. You all be people of the same caliber. The mindset also, it's good to be with somebody whom level of mindset is not, there shouldn't be a very big gap in your mental capacities. Otherwise, one will drag the other one behind. So it's important to get somebody whom you have at least, not the same, but at least you share some same, you share the same ideologies. Now, another one, which is the last gate, is the gate of the new man. Now, your relationship with God can affect your love life. Your relationship with God can affect your love life. If you are born again, you're not advised to marry somebody who's not born again. Okay, even if is not born again, there's some characters you have to check. There's some standard which you are given by the word of God. You need to check for you when you're getting a spouse. Get somebody who is respectful, who respects God. Don't get into a relationship with somebody when you're praying, he's mocking you. Or somebody who's not interested into the things, he's just interested, he's not interested, he's mocking God, he's mocking your God, he's mocking your salvation, he's mocking your walk with God. You cannot be in a relationship with such a person. So in that way, your salvation, the gate of the new man, it really affects your love life. it really affects your love life. Put Christ ahead of you so that when the person who comes into your life, you'll be able to serve God together. You'll be able to worship God together. And I want to say that not all born again people are right for marriage. This is why you have problem in the church. There are people in the church, they act like born again, but they are just not the right person for you. He can be a minister of the gospel like me. He can be a musician like me. He can be somebody who serves on the altar. He can be, you see, somebody who casts out demons, somebody who heals the sick. But you have to be compatible. Don't marry somebody based on their spirituality. Because at the end of the day, you are entered into a relationship not based on spirituality alone. There are other factors which have to be put, to be checked if they are blessed. So it's very important. Don't overemphasize on spirituality and forget other things. Otherwise, you'll get a man who speaks in tongues the whole day and forgets about you. That marriage will not work. So you need to balance about the spirituality. But the get of your new man really affects whom to marry. You cannot be a born again Christian and marry somebody who clubs or somebody who is clubbing unless they change. Somebody who goes to club, somebody who does all manner of things which are not in line with the Christian faith. You cannot. It doesn't work that way. Others, if you do that, it will bring problems to you. Now, these are the 5 ways in which your star and your destiny affect your love life. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Cleophas Wanyama Rhythm. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're watching me for the first time. If you want to donate, use the information at the description box. See you in the next video.